We are back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So, we left off with several of our would-be heroes of Southpaw heading on into the burning chapel to find a large goat figure, a caprine, if you will, erected on a crucifix in the back of the chapel.
Heroes of Southpaw, how dare you?
This ain't a franchise. Erected around him, it looks like several bodies have been arranged as if they are all pointing inwards towards him in a circle. It almost looks like some sort of ritual sacrifice. The only person you see that is still on their feet is that mysterious stranger that just wandered into town.
As Beck is standing there, he's looking up at the cross. You said this is a cross hanging on the wall. It is fully on the wall. He is off the ground.
Fully on the wall. He is off the ground several feet.
All right. So as Beck is standing there, he's just looking up and sort of shaking. And then he closes his eyes and looks down almost in prayer. And he says, "The wheel turns. Stillness stirred, silence churned. Red eye piercing through the burn. From a deeper black laid buried, fire born, a hunger harried. Furthest down along the chain, the origin of our remains. This dream a whisper between these worlds. But one refrain, the wheel thus turns." And then suddenly, in the shadow cast by the flame, a large feral tiger stalks across the wall. And as it pounces, Damascus's body, the goat on the cross, is ravaged into gore and consumed by the darkness.
Did we see all this?
You sure do.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Argo's about ready to move back east.
You buckskin Bill? What the hell is going on here?
I think you just see him look back over his shoulder, just unfazed, and then he looks to you all and goes, "One of you did this?"
We just got here.
I ain't ever been in this church before. No? Lynn, wasn't you here earlier?
Just nod yet. Yeah. Wasn't on fire.
Was there a goat on a crucifix?
Can I look around and see if I notice Sister Alice at all?
Yeah, everybody give me a notice, as a matter of fact. Everybody that's here, anyhow. Oh, that ain't good.
Wait, did I roll?
Alright, Lynn, Chance, Argo, and Teslin. None of y'all see a goat around here, but Argo, up in the rafters at the top of the church, where the smoke is gathering and roiling in a thick mass, you see the gleam of the candlelight reflecting off of something. And you're not a good gunslinger by any means. But you've heard the stories of how light will gleam off a gun right before someone takes their shot. You want to do anything about that?
Where are we? Let's see. So I'm probably behind Lynn.
Probably, yeah.
Let's see it. Pews in the church.
Oh, there sure are lots of pews, and they're covered in gore for the most part.
I'm going to tackle Lynn behind
Tackle
a
him,
pew.
get him down behind a pew.
I'm going to tackle Lynn behind a pew because that's.
I want to see you try to do that.
I'm gonna try especially hard, as it turns out.
Yeah,
I'm
give me
guessing
athletics. Yeah.
Let's see
Set
here.
opposed.
All right, that'll be opposed by either athletics or strength on Lynn's part.
Let's do strength.
I like how your Benny gave you the same result.
Yeah, it's not
Love
nice
to see
of it.
But you know what? It's enough.
Listen, we all have our bad days. Sometimes people are caught flat-footed, and large men fall hard.
All right, this large man falls hard down on behind the pews, just in time for a shot to ring out. And with that, we're gonna start combat. And I will go ahead and add everyone to the combat tracker because this is a particularly loud shot that rings out. Loud enough it could alert people who are not currently here if they want to come running. So let's go.
Do I manage to stabilize the body?
Did you roll a check for that already and I missed it? Or were you?
I did not.
All right, go ahead and give me a healing check for that. And if you
Okay.
want, you can use your other thing.
Shirtlessness gives
Right.
Argo tackle proficiency.
I'll do the first thing first.
Okay, just a healing check. You can
Yeah.
do that.
Argo, when'd you get here?
Keep your fucking head down.
All right. You see, this ain't as bad as it could be. Thankfully, this man has hard keratin-based hooves and doesn't have tasty toes with which that could get cut off by a bullet here. So the damage isn't that bad. He's not going to bleed out. He's probably going to keep his foot entirely, thanks to your swift action.
Could I also do a very quick survival check to make sure to quarantine the blood?
Sure, that's a very good idea. Go ahead, give me a survival check.
Yeah, I just left him in like the mud out there.
For folks that are new to Deadlands, the Benny is a currency that lets you reroll your dice.
Yup.
It's like inspiration in D&D.
That thing I always forget to use in D&D.
So, quick question. On benefits, I have in my notes, I wrote down PowerPoint presentation. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna figure out what that means later. Sorry to interrupt.
All right, that's news to me.
I think we joked about PowerPoint presentations in one of the session zeros of like introducing our characters with a PowerPoint or something.
But as far as bennies go, we all have negative traits, and if we play into those for role-playing purposes, we can be awarded bennies by the DM, and they reset every session.
Yep.
So spend them while you got them.
Spend them while you got them.
Okay, after using 2 bennies, I got a 4. So I just get some dirt and I quarantine that blood.
All right, excellent.
Also, I talked to Conrad before, like, we both hear the gunshot, and I say maybe it might be a good idea to get a sample of that blood.
Ooh, science boy's doing science over here.
Absolutely. I
Just
guess I'll,
to. Oh, sorry. Go on.
yeah, I have a. What can I put the blood in? I basically
Bee
just
jar.
like.
In the bee jar.
Oh, I would want to subject the bee to that.
Well, you can let the bee go. You're
I'll let the
outside.
I'll let the bee go, and I'll give you the jar.
Recycle that bee jar.
Okay, cool. I have a blanket on me. I sort of like tear off a corner of it and just soak it with some blood and I put that in the jar.
All right. So we have a sample of that strange blood now. All right, so I'm gonna pop out the combat window. You know what? I learned something new about Foundry today. I've been using this program for years and I'm still learning new things. If you right-click any of those tabs up at the top right, it pops it out into a little window. That's so neat.
Sure do.
So I'm gonna do that with the combat tracker. Pop that out.
Damn. Good to know.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna head
Poster
towards
goes
the
first. How fun.
gunshot.
Yeah, I think we're on our way back too.
Yeah.
Y'all are on your way back. Let me
So
grab.
I just wanted to get a real quick head count. It's Conrad and Nico are out of the church, right? But everyone else is inside,
Everyone else is inside,
Yeah.
and now that he
including
has
Sheriff.
No, sorry, the sheriff didn't come in.
That's what I was dubious about. Kit has not come in.
Kit has not come in either. No, he knows better
Good.
than
No,
to stick his
no
neck in
kids,
fire.
no cops. Your chances of survival have increased exponentially.
But there is somebody else here. Shot had to ring out from somebody. Let me go ahead and put her in the tracker. And I'm going to draw cards for everybody. All right. That puts Argo up first. After you hear this shot ring out and graze past Taslin Beck, you see the smoke clear up ahead just a little bit, enough to see this shaking, terrified-looking nun pointing a rifle right at the coyote.
Before anything happens, I think Taslin just goes, Billy, that you? Oh, this is gonna be fun.
And you can confirm that is 100% her. She knew darkness was coming.
Who's on top? How did this landing
How did
happen?
that tackle land? That's a good question.
You might need to flip a coin on where Argo is right now, because I don't know if he could get out from under Lynn if I went that way.
Under 300 pounds of Wolverine.
Damn.
I would imagine that if you're like tackling me from behind, you had to go around my waist, so like I'm face down and
Just
you're on top.
all right.
Yeah, you have to do some kind of spiral midair to get underneath him.
You have to really want it.
It took a lot of oomph. Let's see. Let's see. I only have so many things to even potentially try to do here. So I don't. Did I understand? Did I understand who shot even? 'Cause I never saw
You
Sister
saw
with a
the
gun before.
glint. Yeah, you see her now. She's still up in the rafters pointing that gun at Taslin. She looks like she's about to reload and take another shot.
I think I'm just gonna spend my turn going like, just keep your fucking head down. This is not our fight. That's my attempt at it. Oh god. Oh jeez.
All right, that's a raise. I assume that's being used to support Lynn.
I'm trying to get Lynn to not risk, not to stick his head out into the gunfight.
All right.
Is that opposed? I feel like I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to make things difficult, but
Yeah, you can roll perception to oppose that.
Nobody wants to listen to Argo, but he weasels his
don't
way
worry.
in.
I'm. Wait.
Despite
So
he Martins his way in.
is it like opposed persuasion?
You could do opposed persuasion. You could do a perception. You could do spirit.
Yeah, spirit's probably the anti-persuasion roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Actually, this is. Actually, hold up. Speaking of role playing into hindrances, this is me like trying to lean into this trouble magnet trait that I have, and that I'm gonna try to shake you off of me.
Ooh, yeah.
To the detriment of whatever that might entail.
All right.
Come on.
Can I use strength for that?
You can use strength or just like athletics, either one. Your strength's probably better, actually. All right. Unless Argo is wanting to put up a fight, that definitely gets him off and out of the way.
Yeah, Argo was not. This is not the anticipated response.
What? All right. Now that you have been de-weaseled, what do you want to do here?
Yeah, Argo
still see-
Weaseldale.
Would I go next, or would?
Actually, it's not quite your turn yet.
Yeah.
But next up
This
would be.
this is me like I guess
Yeah.
setting up for that.
You're right. Next up would be Conrad. Hearing that bullet ring out, do you want to approach the church or get the fuck away?
So as we're approaching, like, where is she located inside? Would I be able to see her from outside the building? Do I have a clear line of sight through the doorway of the church?
I'm gonna say, as you approach, no, because there is still the roof there. But as soon as you get to like the precipice of the church, several beams and rafters burn away and fall to the ground, exposing her to the open air, and you can see her from outside now.
Okay. What should I roll to take a shot?
All right, if you want to take a shot at her, you can make a shooting roll. All right. Unfortunately, with that roll, she's gonna duck her head down and avoid the shot, unless you want to spend a Benny on that.
Well, that plans already.
Yeah, how do I spend the Benny again?
All right. At the bottom of the roll in chat, there's a little Benny button that you can hit to instantly re-roll and
right
deduct
there.
one of your Bennies.
Let's go for it. If this doesn't work, then I'm just staying with it.
All right, that's a 5. Let me check what her parry is. No, sorry. Ranged attacks have a target of 4, so it doesn't matter how good they are at parrying. Anything above a 4 will usually hit with a ranged attack. So that is a hit. You do manage to hit her. Roll the damage for your weapon. You can see that on the gear tab. And yeah, it says 2d8 next to it.
Yep,
You just click
got it.
on that 2d8.
Good lord.
What the fuck? So, both of your d8s rolled an 8 and added 2 extra d8s. Oh
a
my
Winchester or a railgun?
fuck!
Yeah, how's she doing?
No. I gotta spend some bennies here. Hold on. Let's see. So she can make a Benny to try and soak that roll. Let me double check how soaking works. That's not very good, is it? Let's see. Oh, things aren't looking too good.
That gun exploded.
It exploded her. That nun exploded.
That nun exploded.
Okay, so let's see. That would
No,
be
just some clarification for the audience too. I didn't just like improvise that I had a gun. Like this is
Yeah.
part
we
of
all-
the
we all have
preparation for
gear.
this. We all have inventory.
So normally, an attack of 27, after taking her toughness into account, would have dealt 5 wounds, 3 of which are enough to kill a man. And she's able to soak 1 of them. No, sorry. Let me give her a Benny. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's good. Okay, she soaks 2 of them, and she still dies.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, that's great.
I thought
Damn.
God was going to take splash damage.
All right. You
mean,
got
like
the
it's flash.
GM to spend 2 bennies, and she still died in 1 hit. Good fucking
Yes.
job.
Hell yeah.
Did she fall off the rafters?
Yeah, I'm gonna say from that shot, and I'll let Conrad say, where did that shot hit her? What did it do to end this woman?
It removed half of her head.
All right, half of her head, she's just gonna drop like a sack right down in front of Beck.
That shot was so strong it hurt the DM.
It did. I've been dealt psychic damage.
Brutal.
So she's gonna fall down right in front of Beck. And Beck, do you have any intention of prolonging this encounter?
Yes, combat is not going to end.
Okay. So after that happens, Nicodemus, you're rolling up behind Conrad, and you see him take the shot of a lifetime, hip firing 360 no scoping this woman.
Yeah, Nicodemus is like surprised. He's like, "Why'd you shoot the nun?"
She looks sus.
Yeah, dude, she was up there shooting at people. That was messed up.
He's right.
All right. So what do I perceive coming onto the site with no information?
All right, coming onto the site with no information, you see a building's on fire. The cowardly sheriff and the cheering child are standing outside of it, watching as the face of the building falls down, the facade ripping away, exposing a nun with a gun up in the rafters. And your companion, Conrad, pulls out his long arm and shoots her head clean in half.
Okay.
Which heroic figure does the kid think did that? Fox Carbacker, the hero of Southpaw.
He sure wasn't watching the egghead, the government egghead that came up behind him, so he doesn't know who did that.
Okay, so I guess Nicodemus kind of puts it together that this woman was acting odd, and notices that the building is still on fire, and is wondering what the hell's going on. He'll see probably that the kid's in danger, so he'll probably want to try to get him out of there.
That's a good idea. Get that kid out of here. Oh boy. It's the good sister's turn. She burns a little bit, I guess. All right, then it's Lynn's turn. You managed to shake Argo off you just in time to see the nun drop down like a sack of bricks in front of this mysterious stranger. What are you gonna do about it?
So, Lynn looks up, then down, then over to Beck, and then is like rapidly trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. But I think at this point, is there anybody that's not Beck that's in danger that I can see?
Possibly yourself.
All of us.
I think everyone's in danger while Beck's here.
Does Lynn know that?
Is sense dangerous?
As far as anyone
give us
can
a notice
see,
roll.
as far as anyone can see, he's just staring at her body.
Yeah.
But he did shoot at Lynn already.
He did shoot.
Yeah,
at
Warren-
Lynn.
Well, he's shooting at Rick Ryder, clearly.
Yeah. And fuck Rick Ryder, man.
He was actually protecting you.
He's a good guy. Fuck. If I don't see anybody other than, I mean, like, outside of the people that are known here,
Yeah.
it sounds like the entire congregation is now just a pile of organs.
That's
Is
what
that
it seems
correct?
like. Yep.
Maybe we don't need to be in the church. Can I, rapidly just try to scoop up both Argo and Chance on the way out?
Yeah. Get him out of here.
We're going. Now.
Any pushback from the two of you?
No.
Before getting dragged out, the thing I was thinking is, I remember the sheriff saying congregation. Is there any sign of like trapdoors or anything, like a cellar?
Give me a notice check to sweep them peepers around for Chance. You don't see anything immediately. It's possible might be something hidden away, like under an altar or underneath one of the pews, but nothing obvious to your eyes.
Yeah, basically, Chance was halfway to pulling out a lariat to try to wrangle her instead of shoot her, but just gets grabbed instead and hauled out.
All right.
For comparison,
Wow.
Argo's probably like 5'10" and like 150 pounds.
All right. Beck.
So, I have a question. I want to cast a power, but there's no button to cast it. How do I cast it?
You will make a
Do I use focus?
roll. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
All right.
What does that mean?
Unfortunately, you need a 4 or higher, or your power just fails to manifest. It doesn't take up any points, though.
But you do have bennies, yep.
You sure do.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No!
All right. Which power user? What you trying to do with it?
So Beck casts Dread.
Oh God.
And when it is raised, I believe the effect covers over 100 yards in diameter, given that I just exploded twice.
Yep.
Could be wrong about that, but...
Bad vibes.
So basically what everyone begins to see, and anyone within earshot, I guess, of the church, just hears him go, "Oh, Billy. Did you feed him to open a door? You fool." And then the fire crackles and roars. Quite literally, a tiger's roar. Beck raises his hand and signals, and the shadow tiger that was on the wall before leaps from the ground, from the shadow of the flames, and just begins devouring her. And he says, "Your memory will have to suffice." He turns and begins walking towards all of you, the fear radiating out of him as he stares at Conrad. And he says, "She was supposed to be mine. You took my only lead." Can I make other actions right now?
Yeah. Normally, if you're gonna do a multi-action, you need to declare before your first action, but we'll say you can do it now.
I'll spend a Benny to do it.
Yeah, give me a Benny. I like Bennies. They
Or
make me
oops,
happy.
nope, sorry. I added one instead of remove one.
All right. So you spend a Benny, take that multi-action. You are taking a -2 on both actions, but you rolled a 16 on the first one, so -2 doesn't really matter that much. All right, and that second one will end up a 6 for shooting. Are you shooting at Conrad?
I am shooting Conrad in the gut.
All right.
Damn.
A 4 will hit him. So that is a hit.
So
Go ahead and
fun.
roll damage.
How do I roll the damage again? Let's
On
see.
the gear tab of your character sheet, there should be a damage listing next to your weapon. You can click on that damage expression. Oh boy! That's a lot of damage. So let's see. Conrad has a toughness of 4, so he's going to reduce that by 4 down to a 7. Which is going to be shaken and wounded, I believe. Let me double check the damage rules, since this is my first time rolling with damage. It doesn't immediately explode ahead.
Got shake, rattle, and roll.
Oh wait, what am I supposed to roll on here? Sorry.
You're waiting for me to look up the damage table.
Oh, gotcha. Thought I was rolling on it.
All right, so that is 7. That is success with a raise. Conrad is wounded and shaken.
Ugh.
Now that the facade of the church has broken down, who is within eyesight? Or I guess I can just ask, who's within range of my dread, including NPCs?
Literally everyone we have mentioned so far.
I love that. I love that even the saloon is afraid. It'll keep people from walking out into the street.
And mechanically, what dread does is it normally brings the normal world closer to the other side. And the higher you roll on it, the closer it brings it to the other side. But what happens when you use it while you're already on the other side? Well, you seem to be going lower, sinking somewhere else. The shadows are starting to grow and spread from everything that casts them. Lights are being snuffed out. It's as if the night itself is starting to come alive in that area and claim everything as part of it.
How the fuck did this place get worse?
If anyone looks at Beck, they will see that 2D shade again, the completely flat visage of darkness. The only thing visible is his one glowing yellow eye, piercing the darkness.
Man's got a toon shader.
I can only perceive 2 dimensions instead of the previous 3.
He's Boyomi.
Oh no.
That's a joke for you VR chat heads out there.
Avatar's not loading.
Optimization quality low.
So that's fucking terrifying.
I love taking 2 turns in a row.
On the next round of combat, Beck rolls the Joker.
Oh.
You pulled the Joker out of the deck, which means everybody gets a Benny. That is to say, everybody on your side. And I don't know who the fuck is on whose side right now.
Does that mean is it me
I will
and
take
you,
the Benny.
I'm gonna let it roll as it is and give everyone the Benny of the doubt here because I'm gonna need them to survive back.
Okay.
We're all going Joker mode.
All right, Joker fight back. What do you do now?
Do I add a Benny? Did I just?
It already
did
did.
that, right? Oh well, I only had 2 and I only used 1, so I should have 3 now, right?
You used 1 and then you sacrificed 1.
Oh,
That's
you
right.
are correct. Okay, thank you for counting. I'm bad at math.
But can you read?
Sure. I guess Beck is going to walk out into the crowd of, I guess, he's going to pursue everyone. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
that
I can definitely say Sheriff Stilton and Kit look like they're gonna book it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to go
my
ahead and
God.
say Sheriff Stilton did not book it.
Oh no!
What do I, let's see. Let's roll some damages. And yeah, Beck is just the image that kind of occurs is he's just walking out of this church, this fire roiling behind him. I see rafters finally, caving in and the walls starting to collapse as everything turns to cinder. And this hateful smoke that is pouring out of the remains of the church is blacker and darker than it should be. It's roiling. It's almost as if it's consuming the church itself now. And as he steps forward, it's like his shadow is sticking to him as he's stepping off the ground. Little tendrils, little hands reaching out to try to grab him, grasp at his feet as he's taking a step. And he doesn't even turn or look or flinch as he is walking by the sheriff. He just raises his gun and fires, and it just sends a bullet through the sheriff's chest as he keeps walking.
The sheriff does not even have a moment to react to this. But in that split second, when he sees Beck approach, he reflexively puts himself in between you and Kit. And then he's gone.
Oh, I didn't say you could leave.
All right.
He yeet his last haw.
No.
Yeehaw in peace, Sheriff Stilton.
One last yeehaw whispered on the wind.
All right. Chance, it seems this outlaw here is not keen on letting y'all escape. Perhaps he wants to have words with you, or perhaps he's just got lead for you.
What in the ever-loving fucking goddamn? Conrad. How does Conrad look?
Damn it.
Like a duck, right?
Conrad has a gut wound. That's usually not good.
Oh gosh.
He isn't keeled over dead immediately, so there might be some chance of saving him, but it's hard to tell.
Well, I'm not not gonna try to run away from this, apparently. So I'm gonna walk over to Conrad and pull out my doctor's bag and see if there's anything I can do.
All right. Give me a healing roll. If you're not trained in healing, you can give me an unskilled attempt roll at the bottom of your skill list.
Perfect. Let's see. Perfect.
All right, that is not going to be enough. Do you want to roll a Benny on that?
I would like to use a Benny, yeah. And I would like to use my healing bag for a free reroll. That's not getting any better.
Unfortunately, there's not only so much you can do without proper training.
One more Benny?
Sure.
All right. That didn't get any better either.
That got worse, in fact.
It did.
All right, so you're trying to tend to Conrad's wounds, but isn't looking good. Lynn, you got Argo thrown over your shoulder still. It looks like Chance has gotten away to tend to Conrad.
I noticed that Beck is following us, right?
Yes, and he appears to be making demands that you not go running off.
Have we cleared the fire at this point?
You are clear of the fire. The fire is doing its own thing.
Okay, I'm gonna shrug Argo off. Very callously, just kind of like throw him away from me.
Like,
I don't know if I'm not like trying to hurt him or anything. I'm just trying to
toss him 6 feet.
get him further away from danger, but also like I don't know if that would require action to do so.
No, you're good.
Okay.
What if we did something
because-
funnier?
What you got?
Can we share a turn since we're kind of in the same draw?
Sure, why not?
Because Lynn was running, right? And Argo's on his shoulder pointing backwards, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So he just fucking picked him up.
Yeah, I can hold my. Can I hold my action for whatever Argo
Yeah.
had planned?
So Argo can't reach, so he's gonna say, Lynn, just grab my ass.
What?
You heard me. Just fucking grab my ass. Fucking. No time to explain.
Do I need to do anything for this? Is that a roll? Am I just grabbing?
All right, what's the play here?
What Lynn finds in Argo's back pouch is sticks of dynamite.
Oh my god.
You ran into a burning church with dynamite in your pocket?
You always come prepared. Just fucking hand it to me.
Shuffle.
If Argo gets the dynamite, he's biting the wick short and just fucking lighting it and throwing it at that Beck.
All right, so the damage on dynamite is determined by how many sticks you have bundled together. You have a total of 20 fucking sticks of dynamite.
I want to be clear, that is enough to level a town. That is a remarkable amount of dynamite.
Argo's extremely
I am in the
prepared.
Hero my ass.
The goal
Dynamite
here is
lad.
that even if it doesn't actually hit Beck, giant explosion cloud probably gives us a smoke bomb escape, was my logic. And this is
Can we do like a one? This feels like a one sticker to me.
I think you gave him one. Given
only
that
trust you with
didn't even know what you were doing at the moment. So you probably gave him one stick. You know, Argo bit the wick short so that it would not sit there and slowly go off. And this is
All right.
90% of the logic of how Argo functions as a person. the other 10% is persuasion rolls.
Okay, dynamite going out. Athletics roll to throw dynamite.
Okay. Jesus Christ, not a nat one. Not a nat one, right? Not a nat one? That's not a nat one.
It does, yeah, it's not a critical failure unless they're both ones.
Ugh.
All right, that's enough to hit.
I have a reaction ability I think I can use.
Deflection is actually an action. You
Can
have
I
to,
persuade
essentially
you
spend an
that you
action to use it.
don't?
Hey, catch this.
Can I persuade your character to have not been built with a reaction ability?
Well, I have to use. I would have to use it as my action.
Yeah, it's
so.
essentially like putting up a shield almost.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so you managed to hit him with the dynamite. Let's see. 1 stick of dynamite is 2d6 damage. Go ahead and manually roll that for me.
Need a space.
Yeah, slash roll speed.
Oh!
Well, roll it
Wait.
again because those do explode.
Roll 2d6 again.
All right, 17 damage. Oh my fucking god!
Is there?
Look at that table.
Is there anything I can do to soak this or
Yes.
roll against it?
You can
Benny's right, yeah.
spend a Benny to make a vigor roll to soak a wound.
Okay. Can I spend multiple bennies to soak multiple wounds?
No, once per instance of damage, which is why big damage single attacks are scary. All right, you successfully reduce the number of wounds you would take from this damage by 1. So let's see, it is 17 minus your toughness, which is a number. Your toughness is 6, so normally do 11, which would be 2 wounds and shaken, and you reduce that to 1 wound and shaken. So you are as fucked up as Conrad is from being shot in the gut from getting dynamite thrown at you.
All right, cool. I think it explodes, and so the thing that happens, Beck is not afraid of fire. He has been burned many times. So you see his fur singe and burn away at his flesh, but then it's almost like the fire reverses and goes backwards in time until it just goes and just disappears off of him. And he's taken this damage, but it has not marked him.
Argo is so fucking dead.
This man's fucking terrifying. All right. Since Lynn delayed his turn, it's now Lynn's turn.
Let's see. Who's up next? We got Conrad up next. Trying to look at the actions here. I would like to, I guess, give some space for everyone else to, like, get clear. I'm trying to think if that is me just trying to...
You could push him back into the burning building.
The one idea I had was to, like, try to intimidate Beck down into backing off while everyone scrambles away from the burning building.
You can give that a try.
I would like to do that.
All right.
So I'm going to roll an intimidation.
All right, and Beck, that'll be opposed by your spirit roll.
Great. Move that out of the way.
Oh!
Nice.
Ooh, that's very close, but Lynn did succeed. Beck is considered distracted and less of a threat.
It's like when you stack debuffs on a boss just to start ticking off his health. Like, it's like, all right, we took away 7 legendary resistances. Now we can do 3 damage this turn to him.
I think that, like, what this looks like is Lynn proceeding with the plan of just hucking Argo off his shoulder. Turns around and makes himself look as tall as possible, which is already really fucking tall. Just stand down!
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. Just get him out of here. Grab the duck and leave.
Isn't the duck back inside?
Are you inside?
I think the duck's inside the church, isn't he?
Yeah, no, you're outside the church. Like,
Conrad never went in. He shot
Yeah,
her from out
the
here.
doorway.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm buying y'all
think-
time.
Beck, like, he raises his snout to the air and just takes a big, deep breath of that cold, dreamy night. And he just says,
In some Wolverine.
"My business is with the bird. And then he smiles wide, his jowls drooping, and he licks the front of his teeth, cutting his tongue on his fangs. He looks hungry.
You say the burr?
The bird.
Ooh, let's see.
Speaking of which,
The bird. My bad.
bird time. Let's see how shaken works, because you are shaken. Oh, you spent a Benny to get rid of shaken, or did I do that by clicking on it?
An option popped up, and then I clicked on the Benny, but was that not supposed to work that way?
That is how that's supposed to work. I just wasn't sure if
yeah.
I accidentally did it for you.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right, so you are no longer shaken.
You're stirred.
Shut up.
Because he's got a bullet in him.
Let's see.
Stirred your guts up something fierce.
Are we still following combat order, or is this just kind of...
We are, because I believe Beck is still a very present threat to your life.
Let's see.
Can we, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Can we get like a really quick, just like mental map of where everyone is? How far, so we exited the church. Beck walked forward out of the church into the group of people, shot the sheriff. Where is Lynn? Where is Argo? Where is Conrad? Like, how are we in this radius? Is Beck between all of them? Is 5 feet, 10 feet? Where are we?
Yeah, I'd say you're about in they're like in a 10-foot fan around you, essentially.
Okay.
My
But
goal
you
was to
didn't shoot the
hopefully.
deputy.
My goal was
met
to
him yet,
hopefully create space between Beck and Conrad by doing that. I don't know if that makes.
He stopped
sense.
moving.
Do you-
Beck stopped moving to reply to you.
Do you want to fucking book it after you intimidate him?
I think I can hold my ground.
Okay, hold your ground. All right. So yeah, I'd say everyone's pretty much still in that like semi-circle around you.
Gotcha.
All right. Conrad is no longer shaken. What would he like to do?
Let's see.
Railgun.
Just again.
Use that science braid of yours to make us a railgun.
Let's see.
We're this close to
I gotta
an
talk.
emergency commission with Aeria to make a new character for someone.
Colin let that happen, right?
No. Let's
I
see.
will if it's funny.
I love this trend of rolling bad, and because the bennies enable it, you can just be like, no.
Bennies are fascinating, but there's only a few.
Yeah, y'all running out.
How
Can we
does
spend a
that?
penny to help?
How does that type of persuasion look? I'm gonna try to talk to Beck.
That looks pretty good. If he wants, he can make a spirit to contest that.
I think the Benny
I
description says you
don't.
can only
I
spend
would.
them on yourself.
I would have to explode, I think, to contest it. Yeah, I would. I can't beat that.
I'm just gonna be very direct with Beck. I'm just gonna be like, what did you need her for?
Oh, she was my prey. I've been tracking her and her brother across the West for 15 years. 15 years I have killed and slaved to find them, to find the rest of them, and you took her from me.
Oh, he's mad.
Okay. Well, don't know what to say. That sucks.
You have incurred a great debt, little man.
Alright, here's what I'm gonna say. I think there's no problem I can't solve. If there's anything I can do to get us out of this situation, or help, it's good to have me on your side.
We drop out of combat.
All right.
Beck is laughing, howling with laughter. You have blood pouring out of a wound in your gut. He is honestly, sincerely laughing. You all have tried to harm him to very little effect. Suddenly, you gave me 1 wound. Suddenly, he looks up at the sky. The darkness, that light that was in the sky, fades again. And like a shadow passing under a cloud, he disappears completely.
Oh.
Then, just as he's gone, you see him standing in front of the door to the saloon. It's almost like lightning sparks, but instead of bright, it's dark, and suddenly he's there. He just looks back at you and says, "Come inside. We best talk."
And I think that is where we're going to end our session for today.